Mic
Okay.
between the three of you.
I am cool, Mr.
No. Should be good. I think we'll have plenty of questions and then all the videos. Yeah. So yeah. Hey guys, welcome. No problem. Good luck. Yeah. Thanks, man. Good luck. All right, we're all here? Yeah. Okay, cool. So let's run through the procedure real quick. I will address the audience and tell them what their expectations as an audience. And I'll give a shout out to ETN because they're running this without Mr. Bird today, so that's really impressive. Yep. And then I'll call you out one by one. We're going to go vice presidents first, so it'll go Dax, whoever's next, and then whoever's next. So I'll call your name out, they'll applaud you, and you go stand at your podium. Vice presidents, you're going to walk down to those last three podiums. And you'll have a mic for those three. And then I'll call out the presidential candidates, and you'll stand at those first three closest to me. Cool. And then we'll play each of the videos, and then I'll open it up for questions. And the questions are pretty much, they're addressed to the vice presidents or to the presidents. I think there may be a few that are mostly in order, but depending on sort of the content of what you guys are saying, I might jump to another question that's like and if, let's say, one person mentions someone else, I'll allow you a chance to respond. But I want to be clear, let's challenge each other's ideas here, right? We're not challenging each other's characters or people, as people. Right? You all worked really hard to get up here, so let's show each other some respect. All right, excellent. Yeah, let's. Yeah, for sure. Hey, ETN. I'm over here. You guys good? Okay, excellent.
All good?
Yeah, we're good. Yeah. Excellent. Thank you. Yeah. Go ahead and make your way to an empty seat. First off, good morning. Hello and welcome. Thank you all for being here in attendance to the creme de la creme of debates. This is our debate for student body vice president and president. This is an incredible opportunity for you to get to know the candidates, one of who will represent your class in our student government. Before we begin, I want to go over some of the expectations of you all as an audience. All of these candidates have worked incredibly hard just to get up to this stage and to pitch their ideas to you so that you might vote for them to represent you. This is a debate about ideas and their vision for this school. These students have worked too hard for the audience to be disrespectful in any way. So I ask that you will hold your sort of cheers and applause until the end, or when the candidates are introduced, right? This isn't like a pep rally. I don't want to hear loud cheers from the audience, right? You'll have an opportunity to make your voice heard in the ballot box next week, not necessarily while students are talking. Clear? Cool. I also want to give a shout out to Erie Tiger Network. They are running this solo today. Mr. Bird is out, so let's give them a loud round of applause, please. Way to go, Etienne. All right. You ready? Candidate for Vice President, Dax Bradshaw.
Fool me, we can't get fooled again.
Century, doing something mean to it. Do it better than anybody you ever seen. Do it. Screams from the haters, got a nice ring to it. I guess every superhero need his theme music. No one man should have all that power. The clock's ticking, I just count the hours. Stop tripping, I'm tripping off the power. The system broken, the school's closed, the prison's open. We ain't got nothing to lose. Everybody we rollin', everybody we rollin', with some light-skinned girls and some Kelly Rollins. In this white man world, we the ones chosen. So good night, cool world, I see you in the morning. I see you in the morning. This is way too much, I need a moment. No one man should have all that power. The clock's ticking, I just count the hours. Stop tripping, I'm tripping off the power. Till then, that's the world's ours.
Dax Bradshaw. Candidate for Vice President, Christian Edwards. Give it up. Let's go.
Working on the weekend like usual. Way off in the deep end like usual. Swear they passed us, they doing too much. Haven't done my taxes, I'm too turned up.
Student body vice president.
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 Say my day's a number, but I keep waking up. No, you see my text, baby, please say something. Wine by the glass, on that cheapskate, huh? Gotta move on my release day, huh?
Vote Christian Edwards for student body vice president.
Vote Christian Edwards, student body vice president. Vote now.
Vote Christian Edwards, student body vice president.
Vote Christian for student body vice president.
Vote Christian Edwards, student body vice president.
Make sure to vote the big Christian Edwards for student body vice president.
Way off in the deep end like usual. Swear they
Christian Edwards. And finally, candidate for Vice President, Braden Hahn.
Hey Erie, my name is Braden Hahn, and I'm running for Student Body Vice President. Most of you know me, but for those of you that don't, here's a little bit about me. I'm hardworking, whether it's in the classroom or on the court. I'm always working. But what makes me different?
Braden Hahn. And now, your candidates for Erie High School Student Body President. First, Tarek Hansen. Second, Mia Martinez.
Oh, hey! Didn't see you there. I'm Mia.
Mia Martinez. And lastly, candidate for Student Body President, Jude Miller.
I don't sleep enough without you, and I can't eat enough without you. If you don't speak, does that mean we're through? Don't like sneaky, that you do.
I think you guys should vote for me because I have a lot of experience and responsibility, and I like helping people out, and also I'm awesome.
Vote the month Jude. Please, vote Jude. Vote Jude. Vote Jude.
Vote Jude. Vote Jude.
Jude Miller. All right, let's get into the debate. We will begin with our vice presidential candidates, starting with Braden, then going to Christian, and then Dax. Braden, what made you decide to run for this position?
I've never run in the past, so I just figured I'd put myself out there, run for my last year, and see what I can get done.
Thanks, Braden. Christian, what made you decide to run for this position?
It was not my own idea. It was actually suggested from a teacher for me to run for class president, but I thought I would go for vice president.
Excellent. And Dax, what made you decide to run for student body vice president?
I decided to run for student body vice president because I care a lot about Erie High School and the people that are in this building. I'm very thankful for everything that this school has gifted me and the people that are in it. So I just want to try to repay that a little bit and bring some new, fun, exciting things back to Erie High School.
Thanks, Dax. Dax, we'll stay with you, and a follow-up question. What makes you a good candidate for this position specifically?
What makes me a good candidate for this position is that I'm no... Hello? Okay. I'm nowhere near perfect. I'm never going to claim to be. I'm willing to admit when I make mistakes and grow from that. I do have a little bit of past in student government, and I really like being a leader and having an influence on that. And yeah, that's why I think I could potentially lead the school to being a better place.
Thanks, Dak. Christian, same question to you. What makes you a good candidate for this position specifically?
I think I would be a great candidate because I'm involved. I play football, lacrosse, and I'm involved in our robotics program here at Erie.
Excellent. And Braden, what makes you a good candidate?
I think specifically for the VP role, it all comes down to like being not only a leader but also being more of a support role for the president. I think that's something I can be really good at, working in teams, working with a group, and that's something I feel like I thrive in.
Thanks, Braden. We'll move over to our presidential candidates. Thinking about your experiences, what experiences have best prepared you to take on this role to lead the entire student class here at Erie? And we'll start with Tarek.
Hello. Okay, so what I don't lose, that's like a good thing, I think. I did lose last year though, but that does not count. That does not count because I'm here today. Okay, and I'm going for the full prize, the home run, go home big or go home, as they say in France. Well, we all know who was in France. I'm just kidding.
Thanks, Eric.
Yeah.
Mia, we'll go to you next.
So some experiences that have prepared me for this is, you might have saw, I was freshman representative, sophomore class president, and I'm your current vice president. These roles impact my leadership because I have a very strong knowledge of how student government works and what you guys actually want. And for some reason, you guys love Stugo held sport tournaments, ski-themed spirit days, and free food. So with all of this knowledge, I'll know how to make next year's events even more successful and make Erie even better.
Thanks, Mia. And lastly, Jude, same question. What experiences have best prepared you to take on this role to lead the entire high school?
I think that there's a lot that has qualified me for this. Like, I play a couple sports, which helps me understand like teamwork and like knowledge and all that. And also, I like helping people out because it just makes me feel good.
Thanks, Jude. Jude, we will stay with you, so hold on to that mic. I'm going to ask a follow-up question. This is a really large school, and it's getting bigger. How, as president of this school, are you going to be able to make yourself available so that all students feel heard in their government?
You guys can just email me if you guys need anything, and also, I want to make myself available to everyone because everyone feels equal or should be equal. And if you don't feel that way, just tell me.
Thanks, Jude. We'll go next to Mia. Mia, same question. How can you make yourself available to this growing school so that all voices feel heard?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like I've already been pretty available the last 3 years. If you all don't feel like that, I am usually always at the school, and if I'm not here, you can definitely reach out to me on social media. And I just want to hear what you guys have to say, and I will definitely do my best to do what you guys think is right for this school. Everybody's voices matter just as much as the person next to you, so me being up here doesn't make any difference.
Thanks, Mia. And Tarek, same question to you. How can you make yourself available to reach all the students here at Erie?
Well, I think one of my greatest qualities is that I'm a simple intellectual, all right? That's like, I know it's confusing, but it makes sense if you think about it. I don't complicate situations. I don't make things over-dramatic, but if things are under-dramatic and they need to be over-dramatic, we're gonna make them over-dramatic. Like, let's be honest, guys. So, if we're gonna make our school great, we gotta have that energy, we gotta have that vibes. Just try to vote this. Yeah, that's why we gotta have that energy. And I feel like as a school, we can bring that energy as a team, because each one of you can be heard through me, because I am your vessel of your voice. I am the thing that is gonna be something that you can relate to the teachers. I will be the guy who, oh my God, yeah, practically the avatar, but like spirit and physical. So vote Tarek. Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Tarek. All right, throwing it back over to our vice presidents. We'll start with Christian. Christian, what's your favorite attribute about Erie High School?
My favorite attribute is that we're really close as a community and we all are together in every aspect of high school.
Thanks, Christian. Let's go to Dax. Dax, favorite thing about Erie High School?
My favorite attribute about Erie High School has to be, like Christian said, definitely the community. I mean, the town's name is in our name, so I feel like we try to involve ourselves as much in the community, and it's not just a high school, it is a town, and that's what I love about Erie High School.
And Braden.
I think it comes down to all of our extracurriculars, whether it's athletics, whether it's theater, whether it's whatever. It just comes down to what we do outside of school. I think that's what really makes us better than everybody else.
Awesome. Thanks, Braden. Braden, I'm going to stay with you and ask a follow-up question here. You've mentioned the things you like. What do you think we could improve at as a high school?
I think it comes down to like either the hallways or spirit days. Our spirit days have been pretty lackluster as far as participation. So I think if we can get participation up in those, I think that'd be really great.
Thanks, Braden. We will go to Christian and then Dax. Same question. What do you think can be improved here at Erie High School?
I think that definitely we are together as a community, but I feel like we should come even closer together. Instead of having these small groups, we should be one large group.
The parking lot, that's definitely one of the biggest problems, but I mean, that is out of my realm. I feel like through the past few years, with this being definitely our first like completely full normal year, we've lost that kind of sense of community that Erie was once before. I want to try to like encourage people to make them feel more safe in this school, bringing more clubs to the school, making after school activities that people can actually participate in. But yeah, just creating a more welcoming environment at Erie High School.
Thanks, Dax. All right, heading back over to these presidential candidates, I'm going to ask the same question. Where do you see improvement to be had here at Erie High School? And we'll start with Mia.
In my opinion, overall school involvement can be improved. We can do that by having Stugo communicate to y'all about events and make it better and further in advance. And y'all can just start showing up and cheering everybody on. I don't know about you guys, but I go online and I see other schools, and everybody, I feel like, has better school spirit than us, which is saying a lot. But I think that can be easily changed next year if Stugo is better about communicating things. Not only it would get people more involved, it would also get people to show up. And I can personally say I would appreciate if my classmates showed up and cheered me on at my sport games, and it would also grow our community.
Thanks, Mia. And we'll go to Jude.
Like Mia said, I feel like the sports games need to be attended by everyone just to make people feel good and like just to be there and be involved. And also, like the other people said, spirit days, yeah, we need some work on that.
Thanks, Jude. Tarek? Tarek, same question to you. Where do you think, what do you think can be improved here at Erie High School?
Alrighty. So, improvements. I've had many grand ideas, okay? One of my main ideas that I wanted to implement if I did win junior class president was, hallway express lanes. Just imagine a man, like, no one's gonna, like, if we have express lanes, no one's gonna be in that lane because you're going in that direction. And if you're not going quick, that's a taboo. What our society needs is taboos, okay? We need things that are like looked down upon, okay? And I'm not saying that to be mean, I just want to say that like we need regulations and rules, but not too many rules. You want to be free but not regulated. So I want to give you the true freedom, all right, to do whatever you want in a safe environment, all right? So that's why if you vote me, I'll improve the school. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
Tarek.
you. Thank you.
Tarek,
I do care about each and every student. Like I can see how Oliver and Mia and definitely Dax and Brayden. I don't know your name. I forgot. I'm sorry. And I recently met you, but I do like you. I do like you. Okay. But I do want to make our school great, mainly because I am a guy who can recognize good ideas. So if I see what they say about Spirit Day and lack of participation, that's true. So we gotta clown those people who walk in without dressing up, because if we're gonna be honest, we can't have that disrespect, because Erie is that school. We are number one. So let's
Thanks,
go.
Tarek. Okay, Mia, you've got the mic. I'll start with you. We're going to stay here at the President's. What leadership qualities do you value most as a leader?
I just value honesty. I would rather just be straight up with you guys and tell you what is possible and what's not. And I also value quickness. Things aren't going to happen if we just let it sit on the back burner for a month. So that's something I can offer, is if you come and tell me something, I can have it done almost immediately. And that's something I really value as a leader.
Let's go to Jude.
Some things I value as a leader is empathy, because like in a lot of stories, leaders like Midas were greedy and the community never thrived. So I want to bring a lot of leadership traits like empathy, honesty, and like less overpowerment, I guess. But I want to help you guys, and I'm a man for the people.
Thanks, Jude. And Tarek, what leadership qualities do you value most as a leader?
Well, I think a leader should be able to look up to others even though they're a leader. So one of the people I look up as myself as a leader is definitely, now I gotta think about it, my bad. I was thinking like Julius Caesar, but then I realized he was like kind of bad guy. History is not, like leaders in our modern day world, they're pretty bad, I'm not gonna lie. Because they're like mean, and we needed to fix that. And I can be the next beacon of hope because I'm a blank slate. I came from a village in Africa, and I was born there, and now I get to live in America. So you guys are like truly blessed, and I want to like really show you how blessed you are, because we as a school, we can make it together. We are a team. And if we treat each other like a team, there's nothing we can't do. So let's be a team.
Thanks, Tarek. All right, throwing it back over to our vice presidents. I want to hear the pulse of what's going on at Erie. What current important issues at Erie? What are the current important issues you guys think needed to be worked on? I know you talked about this a little bit in the last question, but how do you plan on informing and including the student body on these issues?
The current problems here at Erie High School would be just us getting back to like a high school state. I feel like through the course of the last 3-4 years, we haven't been having that sense of community that we originally had. We lost that. So I think we need to start addressing, like involvement was one of the big deals. Bringing back better spirit days that are encouraged by the student body, representing the student body instead of just representing a small isolated group. But yeah, and then also the hallways and parking lot, again. Those are the biggest problems too that need to be addressed.
Thanks, Dax. Christian, we'll stay with you.
I think that the parking lot is definitely becoming a big issue. It's now becoming a safety issue where students are getting hit because of how bad the parking lot is. So I think that's something that we'll either have to change or add on to the parking lot.
Thanks, Christian. And Braden, quickly, what do you think is an important issue, and how can you best inform or include the student body on these issues?
Again, already addressed parking lot, big issue. The hallway situation, always been an issue. And Spirit Days, I feel like that's one that Stugo especially can really address. Haven't had much involvement, not much participation, whether it's because the student body thinks it's a bad theme or whether they just don't care enough. So I think that's the main issue that could be addressed.
Thanks, Braden. All right, President, I'm going to ask you one last question. We don't have a ton of time, so answer quickly, please. And then we'll go to our closing statements. What do you want to be your lasting impact here at Erie High School? Tarek, we'll start with you, and again, quickly, please.
I think main things I want to do for Erie High School is leave a legacy for people to look up to, something that they can have to be an individual. Like, if you have the goal to be in front of others and present yourself and show yourself to the world, that's like something so great. And if everybody can do that, then there's nothing that we can't achieve, because everybody deep down is truly great. If you have to be honest, no one's truly evil. So if we all are able to present ourselves in the true manner that we want to, then I think we'll all just vibe. And that'll be sweet.
Mia, same question to you. What do you want your lasting impact on Erie High School to be?
Yeah, in the wise words of Lincoln Hegman, it's not about my legacy, it's about your legacy. At the end of the day, I would like to make an impact on Erie, but I would really like next year to be the year that everyone talks about and that everyone wants to be a part of or relive.
Thanks, Mia. Jude, same question. What do you want your lasting impact to be here on Erie High School?
I want our school to be known as a good, positive school and not as the school that has fights every day and lots of bad, lasting impacts. And, I don't want my legacy. I don't really care about my legacy. I want the school's legacy to be good.
Thanks, Jude. All right, we will now move into our closing statements, starting with the vice president's candidates. Dax, your closing statement.
My closing statements are, My closing statements are, I want to say how thankful I am for you guys running against me. For a week there, I didn't have any running competition. And this is what makes it fun, coming up here and debating in front of the whole school. So I really appreciate it. I think it's awesome you guys are up here. And yeah.
Dax Bradshaw, thank you. All right, Christian, your closing statement.
I definitely agree with Dax that it's great to have competition here, and I'm glad that it's very friendly, and I'm glad that we're close enough as a community where we can have a friendly competition for a competitive spot.
Thanks, Christian. Christian Edwards. And Braden Hahn.
I honestly didn't know we had closing statements. Same thing you guys said, I guess. Way to be here. Good job, guys. Yeah.
All right. Time for the closing statements of the president candidates. We will go Jude, Tarek, and then Mia. Jude Miller, your closing statement.
My closing statement is, I thank everyone in the community for trying their best to be good and trying to make a better society for our school and for everything. And I hope we get to a utopia.
Jude Miller.
My last statement will be the greatest statement I can possibly think of at this moment. It is that I don't really think if I become president, I'm gonna dismantle the presidency and create a board of executives. Just imagine as a company, yo, all of us sitting up in our desk, yo, we'd be having our hands in front of right here, we'd be very studious. It's gonna be sick. Dax would be my main man, Braden would be the other guy, you would be yeah. and Mia would be like the one that's like smart, and you know, we all love this kid. Let's give it up for this kid. Oh my God, his video was amazing, amazing. Let's be honest, it was wonderful. I loved it. All of your videos were wonderful. I loved all of your videos, and I want to give a whole school the best it can be by being a team. So if you vote me president, there ain't gonna be no president, because we're gonna be at the top together.
Tarek Hansen. And lastly, Mia Martinez.
So elections are on March 15th, and you're going to want to vote Mia for student body president, because as fun as it is to come up here and talk in front of y'all and do pep rallies and do the announcements, it's only 5% of the job. The 95% is actually doing the job. And personally, I would want somebody who actually has done it and have some background in it, and somebody who's actually willing to do it. If you guys want next year to honestly be the best, you would vote somebody who's been doing this for a long time. I want to thank you guys for coming out here and listening to everybody, and give it up for everybody.
Thanks, Mia. All right, reminders, Erie High School, Election Day is a week from today, March 15th. Let's give it up for your vice president and presidential candidates, the student body.